Good morning everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel or slash Instagram TV, because I'm gonna upload it to both. Amara is going to be joining me for this as she refuses to be put down. But yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a get to know us video. So I put it out to my Instagram followers to ask me questions of what they wanted to know. And yeah, so I got a heap of questions in. I couldn't answer them all, but I'm answering the most of them. There was a lot of double ups, people wanting to know the same thing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, you get to know us a little bit more. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first question is getting to know me and what I'm about. Okay, so basically, I'm a 24-year-old. I live in Sydney with my partner Luke and my daughter Amara. Yeah, I grew up in Wollongong, but then I moved to Callala Bay, which is down the south coast in New South Wales. And yeah, I did my senior schooling there. And then when I graduated, I had a year off, I think it was. And then I moved to Sydney, and I moved in with my nan, and I started working in childcare. And I got my diploma and my certificate 3. So I am qualified to work with children, and I love children. So it was probably the perfect job for me whilst I was studying at uni. So I'm studying forensic science, and next year I start my masters in forensic science. Yeah, so I'm excited to do that. I was studying law, but yeah, nah, it's just not a fun subject for me. It was so boring, and I'm more of a practical, dead person, forensic science type of girl. So yeah, I'm hoping to go into the forensics field once I'm done that, and when she's a bit bigger, she can see herself, so she keeps getting really excited. And yeah, that's basically just a little short version of getting to know me. Let's see what the next question is. Okay, so the next question is, what does your husband do for work? Just a little dig at Luke. He's not my husband because we are not engaged, nor are we married. Hopefully that happens soon. Luke, hint hint, you know what ring I want. But he is currently in the Air Force and currently deployed for 4 months overseas. So he comes back Christmas Eve, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at what other questions. How do you cope with your partner being away? Basically, he's never been away for this long before, and he's been away, but not for this long before, and all I'm doing is just keeping myself busy. I've got Amara. She keeps me quite busy and on my toes, and make sure that I'm always doing something. I go out, I go to lunch. Yeah, basically that's how I'm coping. Like, I do get a bit upset sometimes, but it is what it is, and he's doing it for our family. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm gonna miss him either way, but he'll be back, and he'll get to see this little one on Christmas Eve, where she's nice and big, and well, I mean, she's already chunky. Look at those thighs. But yeah, so I think the hardest part was watching him leave Amara when she's 4 months old, and then he'll come back and she'll be 8 months old, and she'll be a completely different baby. But in the end, it doesn't matter. She'll understand. She doesn't understand anything at the moment. So yeah, and once he gets back, we'll have Christmas and it'll be good again. Okay, so the next question is, what do you do for work, or did you do before having bub? Okay, so I've worked in childcare for 6 years whilst I've been studying, and yeah, so I plan to go back next year for a couple of days. I love where I work. Amara is enrolled there. Hopefully she gets in there. I'm pretty sure she will. But yeah, so I'm hoping to go back to childcare. I love children. And yeah, so that's basically all I did beforehand, because I studied a shit ton. So yeah. Okay, this next question I get quite a lot, not just on my Instagram but in real life when they see me with all my siblings. But the question is, what was it like growing up with so many siblings? Okay, I only have one word for it. It was hectic. Like, it was great, like having so many siblings and always having someone to play with. Like, we're all 2 years apart, so it goes me, then my brother. I mean, my brother and I didn't really get along when we were younger, but we're fine now. And my sisters, and yeah, it was just great. It was hectic. I don't know how my parents did it, because one is hectic enough, let alone 10 of us. But yeah, my sisters and I used to share rooms, my brothers used to share rooms, and then as I got older I got my own room. And this one time my dad took my door because he used to call me a hermit crab. So yeah, it was pretty funny living in a hectic household, but it was good, and I'm so grateful that I have so many siblings. She's got so many aunties and uncles. She loves them all, and yeah, so that's basically it. Alright, so the next question is, do you want any more children, and if so, how many? Okay, yes, I want more babies. I wanted 3, but Luke only wants 2, so we'll probably compromise and have 3. So yeah, but I would have 4, but we don't know yet. We don't even know if we can have any more babies. I will explain that later in another question that I'm going to answer. But yeah, I'm hoping for 3, but as I said, Luke only wants 2, but I'm happy with the 1 if that's all we can get. And yeah, the next question is, what age did you become a mama? I became a mum at 24, well 23. I got pregnant, and then I was 24 and she was here for my 24th birthday. So yeah. Another one is, when do you plan or want another child? So I want them close in age, so hopefully after Christmas we will start trying again. But then again, as I said before, that depends on what the doctor says, and I'll explain that in the other question that I'm going to answer. What your daily routines are. So I don't really have a daily routine for myself personally. I get up and do everything for Amara, and then when I get time I do things for myself, like I'll do my hair, I'll wash my face, I'll brush my teeth, everything like that, have a shower. I don't have a shower until after Amara goes to bed at night time, and yeah, that's when I usually wash my hair, but I try not to blow dry it because it'll wake her up. So I go to bed with wet hair and then I deal with it in the morning. But yeah, I don't really have routines for myself, so hopefully that changes as she gets older. But yeah, she's getting in a pretty steady routine, so hopefully I can incorporate my own routines into that. Okay, the next question is, how do you find time for yourself or to vlog? Because I don't. Okay, so to vlog, I either have to vlog with her or I have to wait till she's asleep, and usually she sleeps for like 20 minutes in intervals, so I get as much in as I can. At the moment she's joining me, so she's happy sitting with me, hopefully for the time being. But yeah, I don't really get time to myself, especially with Luke being away. Yeah, I'm not getting any time to myself. So when he gets back, I will be taking a lovely spa day and going and treating myself, and he can have bubs for the day. So yeah, that's that. Another one, what do you love most about being a mama, and what do you find the hardest? Okay, what I love most is honestly watching her grow, and just the love that I feel for her. She's so, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'm quite attached to her, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's what I love watching her grow. love watching her hit all the different milestones. And yeah, it's hard to pick just one thing to love the most. Probably the hardest thing about being a mum is not knowing what's wrong when they're always crying. Like, there'll be times where they will scream and they're fed, their nappy is changed, they're bathed, they're hungry, they're not hungry, they're just, yeah, they're not tired, and they just scream because they just want their mummy. But yeah, the hardest thing is hearing them scream or not knowing what's wrong with them. And I also find that I tend to not ask for help when I need it, because I don't know, I just don't do it. So yeah, that's something I need to work on. But yeah, that's probably the hardest thing. But yeah. Alright, so the next question is quite a good one actually. Share a secret new mums never talk about. Okay, so probably after birth. Honestly, it's disgusting and it's the worst thing, and I hate talking about it, but I will. Honestly, I felt like I lost 20 litres of blood, and nobody tells you what it's like after birth. Everybody's always like, oh, the labour's the worst part, blah blah blah. Honestly, the labour was like a breeze compared to after birth. Like, I hated it. I felt like my insides were falling out. It was just, nah, that's right, Amara. And it was just the worst, like trying to look after a newborn, and honestly your stomach feels like there's nothing in there and everything's just dropping, you're bleeding, you feel like you're gonna die. Honestly, it's just, yeah, that's probably one secret new mums don't share, and I think they should, because I don't know, I hated after birth. Like, it was not nice. Okay. Alright. So, oh dear. Alright, let's get your dummy. Okay, she has her dummy. The next question is probably one of my favourite ones. I got this about 20 times. But the question is, how did you and your partner meet? Okay, so a little bit of a long story short. Luke and I actually met playing Fortnite. Because if you don't know, Luke and I, well, not just Luke, me, I play PlayStation a lot, and I tend to game a lot. I also used to stream for a whole 2 weeks, but yeah, so we met on there. So I happened to be playing with my ex-boyfriend that I was friends with and dated in high school. And we only dated for about 6 months, but beside the point. He asked me to play Fortnite with him. I think it was his birthday, I can't remember. And I was like, yeah, why not? And then we were playing and Luke jumped on, and Luke and I ended up, when we weren't playing in like our squad games, Luke and I ended up playing like duos. So we just played together and we just got talking and we became friends via that. And then we decided to meet up, and yeah, that's pretty much how we met. And it's such a weird story, but yeah, I met Luke playing Fortnite. How exciting. Another question, let's get another one. What do you think Amara will do as a job when she's older? I have no idea. Like, I can't even think that far ahead. Probably a little, probably a model, because she models for me all the time. But, no, maybe, that's a really hard question. But yeah, I don't know. I hope she grows up and does things that she enjoys. And yeah, I'm not going to force anything on her. She doesn't have to go to uni. She doesn't have to do any of that. Luke will hold me to that, because I was always saying I want her to go to uni. So if he sees this, he will be like, ah, nah, you said she doesn't have to go, so she doesn't have to go. But yeah, let's see. How big was Amara when she was born? Okay, she was 54 centimeters. She weighed, what was it? She weighed 3.75 kilos, so 8 pound 2. And her head circumference was 30, I don't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, what's another one? Did you sleep train Amara, and if so, what age? I didn't really sleep train her. Oh, thank you. I didn't really sleep train her, but I got into quite a good routine with her. So she was going to bed at the same time every night, so that kind of stuck in her head. And yeah, I didn't really sleep train her, but yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, the next question is a bit of a long one, so I've left it till last, but it is, was Amara planned or surprised, and can you explain your endometriosis and polycystic ovaries? Okay, so give me a second. Sorry, Amara dropped her dummy, but as I was saying, so Amara was a planned bubba. We got told a bit of a backstory. We got told about Luke and I were only fresh in a relationship, so we were about 3 months into a relationship when I got told that my left ovaries weren't working, and they said either try for a baby or don't have a baby. And that was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know, I got really upset, and because I love kids, so I always wanted kids. I see my siblings, I see everyone, my cousins and stuff, and I don't know, I've just always wanted kids, and hearing that was probably the most devastating thing I heard. But yeah, so I told Luke, and Luke obviously got upset as well because he eventually wanted kids, but we were serious, but we were only fresh, so it was hard to hear for both of us. So Luke and I had to sit down and have a chat to see if we wanted to try for babies. Mind you, I've tried freezing my eggs, I've tried anything to prolong waiting to have a baby, but it actually didn't oh, look at your foot, well done. Yeah, but none of that would work for me, and I didn't see a point in spending thousands and thousands of dollars when it wasn't working. So I stopped that, and yeah, Luke and I had a chat, and we wrote down basically a pros and cons list of having a baby at our age, because we were only fresh in a relationship. And yeah, so we came to the conclusion that we were going to try for a baby. This was after a couple of months of talking about it, talking to our parents, talking to anyone we knew, and getting their opinion on it. But yeah, we ended up deciding to try for a baby. So the doctors gave me some hormone injections to help with the process, to try and, I don't know, help me be fertile. I don't know how it works. And yeah, Luke and I were trying for, I think it was 6 months, and then one day when my period was late, I peed on a stick, and yeah, the 2 lines came up, and I was kind of not believing that this happened, and I took it out to Luke, and Luke didn't actually believe it at the same time. So we went to the doctor and did that. I know, it's okay. And got a blood test, and that came back positive for being pregnant, and I have never been more excited in my life, because I was always told it'd be really hard for me to have kids. Yeah, so being told that and then getting pregnant was actually the best. And yeah, I don't know, I kind of got really lucky, so I call her my little miracle, my little princess. And yeah, so what was in the question? We were hoping with the pregnancy and when I had the baby, it would help flush out some of the endo, because if you don't know, endo sits on the fallopian tubes, whereas mine sits inside the fallopian tubes. And yeah, it's consistently growing. It gives me the most painful periods. It's the worst. And then the polycystic ovaries, I have cysts on my ovaries. My left ovaries, actually, I had a specialist appointment a couple of weeks ago. Oh, actually, it was about a month ago, and I had to get an ultrasound to check my ovaries. And yeah, so they checked my left side and they said it wasn't good. I've been booked in to get my left side out sometime next year. I'm on a waiting list. My right side is slowly getting there. I got to go back and get an internal ultrasound because I couldn't get one at the time, as I was on my period. And yeah, well, it was hard. But yeah, the doctors were looking at my ovaries and they told me that it's going to be really hard for me to conceive a second baby. So I'm really hoping that we can, and I want to try like after Christmas, because I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'd rather try than not try and give up altogether. Like, I'm quite happy with this little one, but I would love to have more kids. And yeah, so I get really upset talking about it because I love kids, so I don't want anyone, I don't want that to be taken away from me, if that makes sense. Like, it's just, I don't know, I get really teary talking about it. So yeah, I'm just hoping we have more kids. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But in the end, I got Amara, and really that's all that matters to me. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, everything goes well. Okay, so that was just a little video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed listening to that and hearing and getting to know about us. Hopefully I get better with my YouTube videos / Instagram TV videos. But yeah, we're planning on doing a little vlog on the weekend, as we're going somewhere for the first time with Amara and one of my friends. So yeah, we will see you next time.